Oh boy, here we go again. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another episode of Dropping Dimes with Mr. Dugai. And today I'm going to talk about Pat Riley's response to Jimmy Butler saying if he was healthy, the Boston Celtics and New York Knicks would be home. Before I get into this video, man, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on my social media platforms, reach out to me, DM me with opportunities or questions or just to chop it up, whatever it may be. All that information gonna be down in the description box. So come holler at your boy, yo. First, to recap what Jimmy Butler said. Jimmy Butler was, I don't know, Cancun, wherever he was, wherever he was at. And a dude looked like Jimmy had a few. And, dude was talking to him, and Jimmy basically said, look, man, if I was out there playing, Boston would be home, and New York Knicks damn sure would be home. And, I had two thoughts when I seen that clip. One was that obviously, Jimmy is Jimmy. Jimmy is the ultimate confident guy, which is why he's able to raise his level of play that the way that he can whenever you get in the playoff, which creates the ultra ego playoff Jimmy. And another thing also, Jimmy did accurately send both those teams home last year en route, along with the Milwaukee Bucks, en route to get to the NBA Finals. And granted, I just laughed it off. I know it would annoy people, but I just laughed it off. That's who Jimmy is. I mean, and you can't really take it. I mean, he's serious, but you can't take the comments that serious, because at the end of the day, we are home. But this is the thing, man. Now Pat Riley basically respond to it. I wish Pat didn't respond to it. Pat, look, man, I was raised old school. I raised my daughters with an old school mindset. I get it. Pat Riley is as old school as you could get. But this is the problem I have with Pat Riley's comments, man. Jimmy Butler basically has an option to not return to the Miami Heat. This team, Pat Riley, because of his old school ways and not wanting to give in to anything, is a reason why I honestly think this team struggles to get superstars. Because look, man, old school, Pat could have just laughed that off. Nobody's saying that Pat Riley had to agree with Jimmy. Pat could have just laughed that off, shake his head, and say, I mean, that's Jimmy for you. That's the confidence that Jimmy has, man. It is what it is. I don't see that the Boston Celtics are offended by that. I don't see that the New York Knicks are offended by that. And if they are, oh well. Like, screw them. So for Pat to basically make it his business to say that, Jimmy is an emotional guy. Now I'm starting to feel like it's a possibility that Jimmy Butler will not be in Miami Heat next year. Pat with this old school stuff is really starting to get on my damn nerves, man. Look, man, you want to win basketball games or not? You ain't the head coach of this team. Now, if the head coach want to be old school in his style of coaching, that's fine. When you're a GM, you should say less and less. Get the players on the team and let the head coach deal with that. However he deals with it. Spo does it back down. Spo got into a heated match with Jimmy a couple of years ago. But as the general manager, like, you don't say that. In this situation, you need Jimmy. You want to roll out a team with a bunch of second-round picks? Look what happened against Boston without Jimmy Butler. You got smacked around. You were supposed to get Dame Lillard, and I feel like you didn't get him because you didn't want to cave in to the Portland Trailblazers GM and give up what you thought was too much. When I've been saying the whole offseason, Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo are the only two untouchable people. If they want the whole damn roster, let them get the whole damn roster, get Dame Lillard, and you figure out the rest. The good thing about having such a player development type of organization, but we're developing role players. We're not developing stars and all-stars. Those, you know who those guys are. The Jimmy Butlers. You know, we did develop Bam to become that. You know, one player. You know, the Dame Lillards. Those guys are self-made. You could have let them have anybody else, and whoever was left on the roster or we picked up on the street or whatever, we could have developed them to be good role players to play alongside Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Dame Lillard. But no, Mr. Old School don't want to cave into nothing. Well, I'm Pat, right? You know, don't be surprised, man, if Jimmy Butler, I'm hoping that Jimmy takes it and laughs it off or whatever, or if he does feel some type of way that he has a conversation with Pat Riley about it. But you risk him having a really emotional response and saying, you know what, I'm gonna show you, I'll go play somewhere else and beat your ass. And that's very likely that could happen now. It's not a good day for the Miami Heat, man. I wish Pat Riley would have just laughed it off. Or you know what? Tell him that in private. Hey, man, don't be saying all that. But to publicly try to humiliate Jimmy like that, that was unnecessary. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I have Miami Heat, NBA, and content on my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Let's go Heat.